I second it. Vote.
All right, let's do Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'm going to take roll call. Kate Smith, here. Dennis Kapelinski.
Here.
Sharon Parkala is absent and excused. She's sick. John Jones.
Here.
Bridget King.
Here.
Jennifer McConnell.
Here.
Robert Smith.
Here.
Kathy Kopchak.
Yep, here.
Rob Jones.
Here.
Okay. Any questions or comments about the agenda?
Nope.
Okay, would somebody like to approve it?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
Okay. Questions or comments from the January minutes? Okay, would somebody like to approve them?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of January 28, 2025.
And I'll second it.
No presentations?
Oh, you got to take a vote.
You have to take a vote for the approval of the agenda, so
We got to go back and take 2 votes.
you have to make sure everybody.
Approve it. Right.
Okay, all in favor of the approval of the agenda?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Approval of the minutes?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Is there 8 of us? Okay. Okay, no public hearing. Public comments, agenda item only. Okay,
Gentlemen, nothing?
Rush up there, you guys.
all right, items for consideration, nothing for old business and new business. 2025 park assignments.
So as most people know, everybody has a park that they're assigned. Normally, this is the time of the year where we pick new parks.
Right.
So if we would like to pick those, we can do that tonight.
We're gonna put our names in a hat and we're just gonna draw them out.
No, did we say we were going to keep them for 1 more
We thought
year?
maybe if you wanted to keep your park.
Didn't we say we were going to keep them for 1 more
And if
year?
that's something that you guys want to do, that's, you guys are more than welcome.
Because really, there's going to be different people at
Yeah,
the
make
parks
a
because we
motion to
do
keep the
have.
same parks.
Yeah.
John?
So the only one missing is Helen, right?
Yes.
That didn't have a name next to it.
Yes.
We're not going to fight over that one, right? I mean, it's a small park.
Park's a little park.
I
Did
don't
neither of
mind.
you?
Who used to
Neither
have
of you were
Helen?
assigned one?
No.
I had it one time.
Me, I did too, I had it before I moved to Kiwanis.
Okay.
So we have one park that needs one person, but we have 2 people, right?
Because City Park had
And in the
2.
past, City Park used to have
Right.
2 people.
I think City Park should have 2, because I remember
We should go
we
back.
had 2.
Right.
We should
You
go
and I
back
had-
to City Park.
Yes, I mean, we have enough people to make that work, so I think that, like, between the 2 of you guys, you're probably at City Park more, so do you want to take City Park and then Helen?
I'm at City Park.
And, okay, so you guys will be at City Park together?
Okay.
And then Helen Park?
Okay, and whoever's at Moeller, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah, you're at
I'm at
Moeller,
Moeller.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm at Moeller.
Okay.
So he's at Moeller a lot too, so that
Okay.
you guys, he's there just for personal reasons, but he can also help take a look at that park
I
as
mean,
well.
if you see something, you can always let
Right,
me know.
right.
I live by Florence, so I mean, I guess it's good just to look at all of them. right?
Yeah,
If
oh
you're
yeah,
around,
for sure.
Yes.
The more the better.
Yeah. So we'll keep ours and then add those 2.
And was there anybody have any suggestions on, or input on the inspection form? Was there anything you guys wanted changed or anything?
I've
it
never
was-
seen the form, so I don't know.
Oh, you guys have-
You don't want me to answer that one?
Email from Erica.
I did, but was a form attached to it? Oh, I didn't look at the,
It's one of the last ones, I think.
I must not have scrolled that far down.
Is that something new?
So we will send it out, we'll print it out, that way you have it too.
I was
And
able to
then
view
when
it, but you just haven't used it in years past?
No,
We've used it a lot.
yeah.
We've used it since I've been around. The thing is that we asked for them to give us
I thought
what
it
they
ended
should be
there.
doing, like, if it's due in
All right.
March, then in February, when we get these packets, we should get the inspection form in February, so then that way we can do it between that night and then the next time we come back, or drop them off early. What they used to do is, we used to drop them off early, then somebody would make copies of all of them, and then at just one meeting, we would go over all of them. And that way, everybody gets an idea of what you're looking at, you get an idea of what I'm looking at, we all get an idea of what everybody's looking at, because we all may look at something different.
Yeah, okay, great.
And you may go, oh, shoot, I should be looking at that at my park, you know? So it kind of helps out.
Well, and maybe I missed it in the email, but I mean, how often are we checking these or turning?
It's quarterly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically, it's like quarterly.
We haven't done it in a while,
Yeah.
because there's been so much,
With the millage and the, you know, the Park and Rec's millage and stuff like that, we've kind of just, I think it was due,
I pulled the form up.
March is due, I think.
It says park inspections should be done quarterly, March, June, September, December, on the first of the month, and turned into Parks and Rec Director by the 15th of each month.
All right.
so do you want to aim for having that March 15th?
Yeah.
Turned in? Okay, I turn it in either to the ice arena, to Mike, or at Radcliffe.
Yep.
To Erica.
Or you can scan it or
Oh,
email
yeah.
it to him, and he can print it off.
Digital.
And usually right when I get it, I start,
I don't.
if there's anything on there that needs to be addressed immediately, I head out there pretty quickly to try to get that addressed.
You know, I actually have something. I was just walking the dog today, and it's the garbage can that is at City Park, that is at the Henry Ruff entrance.
Okay. Yeah. We haven't been able to get back to that one because of the snow and
Yeah.
so, but I'll make sure I get to it
Yeah,
within the
it's-
next day or two.
Yeah.
So,
You're gonna need a
turn it
few
over.
people to help get that one out.
Okay, any other questions or comments regarding park assignments?
No.
Okay, moving on to volunteer workday.
So this was trying to pick days or just kind of get in everybody's mind on the volunteer work days that we're hoping to do in this upcoming park season. What Erica kind of has down right now, early April would be Moeller Park. That way we're getting that done before the Kerwin Classic
yeah.
and all the baseball starts.
Would it still be on a Saturday?
That would be up to you guys. In May, City Park, Manor Park, sometime in the spring. During the summer, maybe like early June, would be Florence Park, adding even more wood chips to that. And then Kiwanis Park too. And then during the fall, Arcola, Helen, and Rotary was the initial thought. If you guys have any suggestions on dates, or we can obviously come back to the dates too, if you guys want to think about that.
Did Rotary this summer
Right.
and got it all
Yes.
set up.
You got it.
So it can wait.
That's why I think he was saying Rotary in the fall.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Yep.
whoever else we went, who did we go to after Rotary? Who was next?
Florence.
Florence.
Florence, okay, so then that would make sense that you had Rotary and Florence in the fall, because we just did something with them.
So Florence was actually during the summer because
Oh,
we still
okay.
needed to add some more wood chips to
I
that.
think she was thinking June, because then the kids at Tipton are still in, so we can have them volunteer and help us again, because we kind of got some mulch there, but not like the full amount that we needed.
Has that always been that, like, split them up? It's just, it doesn't make sense to me to put wood chips in the fall just because they get washed away.
Oh,
or they-
100%.
But is it more of a time thing just to kind of crunch it?
Yeah.
I don't know if we even had any like mulch days since before Erica came on in
No.
the past few
They-
years.
We really
it's
need
been
it.
There's
a
really
while.
not a line item budget in the city's budget for things at the
Yeah.
parks.
For 20 years, we didn't have a whole lot of money. How's that?
I'm doing some catching up. Well, and Joe had mentioned, I mean, Moeller Park's going to be pretty much covered, right? I mean, when it comes down to GCYAA.
I mean, I know GCYA will definitely help out for sure once we get into that. I believe Erica is going to set up a meeting with Joe to talk about the park cleanup day that she wants to do for it. So,
Okay. Yeah, it sounded like he was willing to
Yeah.
pay for the mulch and, you know, more of a donation, so.
Right.
That's awesome to
Yep,
take advantage
absolutely.
of that.
so like I said, we don't need to pick days right this second, but at least kind of start putting it in everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Try, especially if it's your park, see if you can try to figure out a good day for it. That would work.
Should we try to pick out the early ones?
I mean, we absolutely can, 100%.
Which one was listed first?
The first one would be Moeller Park.
In April.
That's my
That,
plan. Saturday.
that was early April.
Yeah, because the tournament is when?
The Kerwin Classic is April 25th through 27th. So preferably before that
What
weekend.
about the week of the 7th through the 13th, that week there? Because we have, kids are coming back from spring break on the was it March 31st or 30th? That week, they'll go back to school. And then Easter is on the 20th. So the Kerwin Classic is, what was it again?
The following weekend.
Oh, the 25th, 6th,
26th,
okay.
yeah.
What about the week, that 7th, April 7th through 13th? Any days in there, weekdays or weekend? 12th, 13th, or,
Weekends would probably be the best, just because everybody will be available.
do we have spring ball that starts, do you know?
I mean, we can set a temporary date and
Yeah.
I can get with
Right,
Joe
We have to
Okay.
change it.
checking on that.
Ask Joe if the 12th or 13th, that
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, are available.
You know, he'll have some of his kids out there too.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then the next one would be City Park. That would be in May.
Do you guys have anything with the city
I
softball?
know the ice show that's at the ice rink, that is the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So that weekend is pretty packed.
May?
Yes, in May. So the week before, week after would probably be preferred for that. Because we do have pavilion rentals that did open up May 1st. So pavilion rentals will start being picked up at that point.
May 3rd or 17th, anyone have any community events? Anything going on that we need to?
No, I don't believe there's any community events
that
at
I know
this time right now.
Okay. So let's maybe determine between the 3rd and 17th for City Park. Are you guys good with that? Anyone have a preference?
Solidify it all next
Yeah.
Yeah.
meeting.
Yes.
But just throw those dates on, I guess.
And the last one would be Manor Park.
And when would that be?
It
You want
It just
to-
says early spring. Probably trying to achieve that goal before soccer starts.
Okay, let me look. Okay, so tryouts are the 7th. They'll be at Rotary. Well, how's Rotary? The situation with Rotary?
So all the snow just thawed out today.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be out there later this week, evaluating it even more, trying to figure out what's going on with it.
I mean, we can still do Manor Park on tryout day anyways, because they'll be at Rotary. So Manor could be available that day. So,
What if we do aim for City Park the 3rd and then Manor the 31st? Because then Florence has to come within the first 2 weeks of June if you want to ask the school to help before it gets out.
oh, right, okay. The 31st of May for Manor, you said? Is that,
Unless somebody else has
That's
anything
cool.
else.
okay. 1st May. Sounds good.
And then Florence will probably want to do it like on a weekday, just because the kids will be at school, getting out of school.
Because then the kids are already at the school.
Yeah, that's what Bridget just said, the weekday.
Yeah, so it'll have to
The
be like,
weekday for Tipton might be better because
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
already got them there, and
Yeah.
if parents are going to stay, you might have more luck having people stay than having people come back.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what we did
That's the only
in
thing
the
we got to
fall.
think about there.
Yeah, like right after school gets out, like maybe they'll have like a little lead time of like have a snack and then go over to the park and start. So that might make sense.
Yeah, I'd probably do it that, like, first week of June, because I'm not sure when they get out of school, if they get out the same week we do in Garden City or not. So maybe like the second or third.
I don't know, either that or it's going to have to be like May 26th through the 30th then, if they get out
Yeah,
early in June.
well, 26th is Memorial,
Oh.
so it'll have to be like the 27th through the 6th of June,
But like
sometime in there.
3rd, 4th, or 5th, or, yeah, anything
As
that
long as they're
first
still in
week.
school then, I mean, I don't know if they have half days, so we kind of want to check with the school to see.
We'll check with the schools.
Yeah,
Yeah, and,
we've got time.
We've got plenty of time.
yes,
Right,
and at
this
the
is all
next meeting, we
tentative
can know.
anyway.
Yes,
These are all tentative.
yes,
So at least we have that.
Yeah.
We're good on spring.
yep.
Okay.
Okay, anything else for the volunteer workdays? Okay. Moving on to secretary. Is anybody interested in taking notes?
Who's a good note taker?
Are we the only commission or
not. You
board
are.
I am
that
not.
takes our own notes?
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we are. City council
I
doesn't.
think we were talking about getting a high school student at one point to come and take our notes. Don't you remember that? We needed a volunteer, high school. Remember? We were talking about this. Don't you remember this?
I don't remember that.
Trying to reel the kids in.
Get Judge Hammer,
I gotta know.
that's your penance. Take the Parks and Rec notes.
Don't everybody?
Anyone? Anyone? No,
I don't want that job.
that's my job.
Usually nobody does, ever.
We'll just move past it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to go to C.
Yep.
There's no-
Okay, other business. Is the Rec Connect coming out for spring, summer?
I know that we were getting a electronic version done. I don't believe it's out yet, and I believe we're putting it on hold for a little bit. But we'll have, at the next meeting, I know we'll have a better answer for that.
Okay, yeah, I can ask Erica.
Yeah. I
Anything?
do actually have one other thing for the other business. The addition to the playground at City Park, they were out there today. They started working on it, but the ground was still too frozen.
muddy.
So they're gonna try to come out next week to start working on that project.
How many pieces are going in?
Wasn't it one long one?
I don't think so. I think she
I
picked
think
I can't
something
remember what we
else.
decided. It's been so long.
Yeah, I don't remember the complete drawing.
No, maybe it was like multiple.
I thought it was a couple pieces.
Yeah.
I remember we were deciding on one long piece or multiple for like a certain age group, so.
But hopefully they'll be out there next week to start getting that ready for the summer.
How long will it
spring.
take for them to install it, or don't you know?
Don't know for sure.
So we have it all on premises, just
You
has to
gotta
wait
wait
for
till the ground.
ground?
They haven't delivered it yet. They were
Okay.
working on seeing where the ground was at first before they just dropped it off and left it there.
Okay.
So,
They don't have to, like, do major, like, tree removal anymore.
no.
There's a
No,
lot of room for.
It was, they're putting it on the opposite side of the sidewalk that they put on, there was wide open room there. But yeah, they came out with the bulldozer today and they're like, we're gonna have to wait till next week.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's only the second day with warm weather, so I'm not surprised.
yeah.
Does anybody have anything else for other business? Okay, moving on to public comment.
No public comment.
Okay, report from Parks and Rec Director, Radcliffe updates and grant status.
I don't have any update. Obviously, Erica will have a better update next meeting.
Okay, upcoming events and programs.
Friday, February 21st, was Parents Night Out.
Oh, that was
filled
last
up.
week.
Saturday, March 15th will be the Daddy-Daughter Dance from 5 to 7 p.m. It's $20 for adult, $10 per child. That is at the Radcliffe Center. Also on March 15th will be the charity hockey game. That is at 7 p.m. at the Ice Arena. That's Garden City Police versus Westland Fire Department. And that's just donations to get in. Monday, March 17th is the senior St. Patrick's Day lunch from 12 to 2. That is $15. Thursday, March 20th is the volunteer appreciation dinner. That's at 6 p.m. at the Radcliffe Center. Please make sure on your invites to RSVP for that. And then on Tuesday, March 25th, will be the next Parks and Rec Commission meeting.
Oh, it says right here, Rec Connect Spring is in electronic form, but on hold for April and beyond.
All you had to do was look down there. I'll tell you.
Is there like an email list that people are on? Like, how are they going to get this out to people?
So on Sportsman, when everybody makes an account, we have their email. And then what we've actually been doing for the past couple months, we've been sending an email blast, like a small newsletter type thing to everybody on that. So that is the plan with the Rec Connect. We would send that out. We'd put it on the website, put it out on Facebook and that.
Okay. Okay, commissioner comments. Rob, would you like to start?
No comment today.
Nothing.
Kathy, any comments?
No comments.
I've got nothing.
Nothing here.
I have nothing.
Oh, boy, thank you.
He's like, let me look at my list.
No,
only
what
missed a
happened
couple
was at the last meeting, a couple things I just wanted to try and catch up with you guys because I was around when some of this was going on. If somebody wants to jump back in, at one time we looked at lighting programs with DTE, right? And I guess we missed the window, but now I guess Mark Jacobs has a good connection, or he seems to have some type of relationship with DTE. So maybe somebody could go back and see if they could restart that to see if there's grants or discounts for putting in the lighting. Because we looked at the lighting out there. If we were to change the lighting, the amount of money the city would save, it would pay for itself within a short period of time. And I'm sure you could go back and find that out today. The other thing I saw that you guys talked about is you guys talked about Little Caesars. Now, here, what you might want to do is, if somebody wants to catch up, it's been 20 years. Back in 2004, we met with Little Caesars 3 or 4 times. It seemed like it was going good, and then all of a sudden it went south.
Really?
So if anybody wants to jump in, what I can tell you is you might want to talk to J. Lee Lynch. She's probably a good one. We were trying to figure out who the Park and Rec director was at that time. It was probably,
Pat McCarr.
it was either Pat McCarge or Dan Plumunden back in 2004 or 2005 back then. It could have been Pat McCarge. So, I mean, that would be another one to go back to see what Pat knows, see what Jay Lee knows. Hang on, let me check here. Let's see. Dave Harvey would probably be another good one to talk to. Let's see. And if Tim Whitson is still around, Tim Whitson would still be somebody to reach out to. Those are probably the main ones, because it says they met with them 2 or 3 times, and then all of a sudden, everything just went stagnant. But the point I'm driving at is the people you might meet with today may not be the same people we met with 20 years ago. So maybe you might be talking to people that'll go, oh yeah, that is where we had our first store and was in Garden City. Yeah, maybe we can help them out with their ice arena. I don't even care if we have to bribe them and tell them we'll call it LCA 2 or whatever, you know? I mean, come on. You know, whatever you come up with. I mean, we just have to try and, you know, I noticed you guys were interested in that, so I gave you what I know. If somebody wants to grab the ball and run with it, you've got as much information as we had back then, and the DTE thing. At one time, we had, remember when, God, Greg Sandberg, anybody remember Greg? Dennis would. Dennis, he came in when I first started. Greg worked at Madison, and then that's when he was telling us about that DTE every once in a while would have programs for discounts for LED lights and stuff like that, and about the amount of money that we could save if we could get the lights turned over to LEDs.
Are you talking about city lights or park lights?
Like the park lights, yeah, we
At
went,
City Park?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
thought you were talking
but you
about
can
it-
look at any of the parks.
Okay.
I mean,
I thought
we
you were
just
talking
looked
about,
at
like,
City, we just looked at
residential.
City Park because City
Okay,
Park
got
back
it.
then was the biggest park with the most lights,
Okay,
right?
got it.
So we wanted to reduce the energy cost at City Park.
Yes,
Then we figured maybe we could branch out to the other ones and put the LEDs in there and then save money for the electrical that way. But I don't think anything's ever happened.
Are the lights on the ball field upgraded to LED?
No.
I think DTE just gave up on that program.
I don't know if they gave up on it. That's the problem that I have.
So I can't tell you about month, maybe 2 months ago, I did reach out to DTE, asked them about the DTE Foundation. They did email me back saying it was by invite only. I asked them how to get on the invited list, and I never got a reply back. So I can definitely talk to the mayor.
See, that might be one where you want to go back to the mayor and say, hey, this is what I've done. I've hit a stalemate. Can you get me a name
Yep.
or somebody or help me?
I'm sure myself or Erica will talk to the mayor and see if he can make a phone call or two to see if we can possibly get on that invited list. So,
Any other comments?
That would be all I have. That'll catch you up for where I'm at.
Dennis,
No, I have no comments.
well, my comment's gonna be when you start putting the wood chips out, because they have a tendency to blow all over everywhere. If we could find something to kind of make them maintain so they won't be all over, it kind of looks sometimes sloppy. You know, the wood chips, that's
Oh,
on the city park.
so, and there's a barrier around.
Okay.
So there's a plastic barrier that goes around the wood chips.
Right.
Obviously, according to how the playground wood chips should be, they're supposed to be right to the top of that. Maybe just underneath, but
Oh, they have that.
they're supposed to be right at the top, I believe. So you're always going to get a few that come out, but I know I've instructed the park attendants to constantly go around and try to, if there's any big piles, to scoop it back in there. So,
That's it. No, that'll be it.
Anything else? Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, see.
Erica comes back.
Who's got Kiwanis?